and I had two options. I had it in front of me, and boom! Thank you very much, Chaos. We'll see, maybe I will just die. So I got lucky, but unlucky. Hello, it's Łukasz Woźniak from Gone Board, and today I am playing Cyberpunk 2077, the board game, just by myself. It's a 1 to 4 player, cooperative, story-driven tactical action game. 1 to 4, so you can play it by yourself. In this game we have a true solo, meaning there are very little rule changes and you play as one singular character. So the game scales for 1, 2, 3 or 4 players. You could play with 2 characters just by yourself. Some people tried it actually, but this is the best way to go. So I am going through the campaign, I have finished the prologue, and I have already completed the first mission from the Labyrinth story arc. Whenever you play the game, you look through the map book and see what missions you have available at this point, enter a district, and then go into some spots, some places, and jump into the mission. I'm not going to go too deep into that, and I'm not going to spoil too much of the fun for you. So let me put that aside. I'm playing a second mission. So in the first one, for Labyrinth, I got in, and it was supposed to be a simple job to take out a corpo, but it turned out that there was a Minotaur, so a huge Arasaka mech, and I needed to destroy it, and I managed to do that, so I completed that mission. But now things are getting more exciting, because in this one, I can control it. So with that mission, so with Labyrinth second part, I get special board to control and maneuver the Minotaurs, but it's not that easy. I will get into that in a moment. And before I went for the mission, I visited some spots in the Night City, and most importantly for that mission, I got myself some cyberware, a memory boost. It's a permanent passive ability. And this one, actually, when my deck runs out, I get 1 extra RAM. So, quick rules recap. So I'm playing as Judy. She is more of a netrunner, but I am also going for some crafting as well. I have my quick hack here, breach protocol. I have my shards on my 4 basic cyberware, my booster, my health, and I'm starting here. As you see, the preparation for this particular mission is different. We randomly, out of the available tiles that match that mission, make out the structure. We have the Minotaur, which I have to hack and then hijack the alarm signal. So before I begin, and I have 3 rounds, and actually the reinforcements here are 2. So every round 2 guards will come in. I take out 6 crafting cards and pick 3 for myself, and the rest are discarded because I am playing solo, and I have a new quick hack. So of course I'm getting that. I have 3 slots for quick hacks, and I have options here. So I could either take a hole in the wall, which is tempting. I could get a secondary booster, which also sounds good, but I only have 2 slots because of my cyberware. So no, I don't want that. I will put that aside. I think I'm gonna get the hole in the wall. I definitely want to improve my crafting, and maybe let's go for it. Let's get some damage and try to take down the Minotaur. So I'm getting the cubes, I'm shuffling my deck, and I have my up here. As I said, I'm skipping the thematic intro and outro to the mission. I don't want to spoil anything, and also we are like in the middle of the campaign, so I just wanted to show you something different with the mechanics of the more advanced mission and how to play solo. As you play the game, of course, the pause button is there if you know you want to check some rules or take a quick break, so that allows you to have more room, have more space. And as you may know, we have 4 difficulty levels in our game: Rookie, Street Kid, Edge Runner, and Legend, just like in a video game. And today I'm going to play on the second one, Street Kid, so that will affect the amount of time I have. So I have to install the virus, and in order to do that, I actually have to have the Minotaur in sight. and the Minotaur has 15 health, and also it's more deadly in combat because I treat the weapon dice as if I saw two guards at the same time, so that's not good. And not only I have to see him, but also spend 1 damage and 1 ram and to complete that mission. I also have to weaken the Minotaur, so whatever I do I have to fight him. So if his health is 10 or lower, only then I can hijack the alarm signal. And I have to be on D, so I could either wait him out as he walks out of there, or do it while he's there. So those are my 2 obligatory missions, and the third one is here on the spot A, where I have to check my access cards. So I have to do 2 things. I have to have the orange card on top of my discard pile ready, and I have to stand on spot A and use a booster. So those missions sound tough, but I think I'll manage. I actually am going to go for one of the side objectives, and because of how the map looks, and as I said, it's different every time we play it, I think it would be best for me to go and spread the virus. So I have to just reach C and spend 1 ram per person, which is 1, and I get an extra token, extra help on the upper level. So my plan, and we'll see if this works out, is to spread the virus on C and then go for the Minotaur. Okay, so in my turn, I play 1 card and I will use my movement and actually work on that crafting, and yep, so that would be my first idea. Open the door with my secondary symbol, and so I'm gonna pause. So what happened? She has 3 crafting cards, so I started off really quickly with building her up. Because I have that here, I could spend 2 symbols to get rid of those cubes, and now immediately I get a shard of that particular color, and that card is discarded. And actually it's easier to keep the tokens here, so things go faster. So I have a hole in the wall token here. When it's completed, I may blow up a different path for me to take. And I use my 3rd hand symbol to open the door here, and I moved. So those were my 2 first turns, just so you're up to speed. Now after I play a card, I draw 1 more, and again I am by myself, so I take another turn. So if there were more players, we would go 1 by 1, but now I am just taking my turns in my own speed. Okay, so let's resume. I'll move here and get my health up with that one. And okay, I have options. I will move here, use 2 crafting to prepare a hole in the wall, and move 1 more time. And now I could either go for it. I should go for it, yeah. So I am using my booster to open the door, and I am shooting the guy by 1. I draw a card, and because my deck is empty, now I am using my memory boost. So as I said, this is a unique cyberware that I purchased. So deck is empty, automatically I get 1 RAM. And that's helpful, and I've put my RAM cards here so you can see them. That's helpful because I can either now apply some damage by using Synapse Burnout, or use Breach Protocol to open doors and even get more time. But I already inflicted 1 damage to the guard. Now we see each other, so when I begin my turn, I first have to roll the dice, and I start with my basic die, and I always use the standard guard die with these Arasaka guards. There are the other enemies that you have in the box and also in the stretch goal box. So let's resume. Okay, so I was hit, so my health goes to 0, and I inflict 1 damage. So the guard has 3 health points right now. So I could either risk it and attack him again, like stay there. But if I do that and I use my health, I use my I get 1 permanent wound, which I don't want to do. So I will play that card, inflict 1 damage, but also duck. And now we are not seeing each other, so I don't have to roll the dice when I begin my turn. So I will heal up a little bit and stay there. And he has 2. Okay, actually I can heal up, move there, and use Synapse Burnout. 1, 2, 3 ram. The guy is dead, and now I am going after his loot. So I am using my orange card, and because I have 2 shards, I am using that on a 2nd level. So I have 2 movement and 1 hand symbol. So I will probably move here and grab the loot, and then try to do the mission that I was aiming for. So on C I have to spend 1 ram, which I have to gain quickly. So 1, 2, I grab his staff, and I have 1 hand symbol, so I will use that to get my crafting ready. I play this card, I get 2 ram, 1, 2. I draw another one and move. So I play that card, I moved, and I have 2 hand symbols, but I have already prepared all my crafting. So that's actually interesting. If you build your character very much in just one direction, sometimes that would happen. Like if you are very, very aggro, then when you get into combat, that's great. But then if there are no enemies at your location, you better have different cards ready at your disposal, or sometimes that would happen, which is fine because now I can achieve the secondary mission. So I spend 1 ram and I get that token, which will come into play later. I draw a card, boom, memory boost comes into play again, and we are moving. I am moving once. Every time I am out of cards, I am shuffling them. If there are more players, again, I'm pausing to talk to you. If there are more players, then I have time to shuffle the cards in between my turns. So no worries here. I am able to draw it. And now I'm going to go a little bit faster and try to reach the Minotaur before my time runs out. Okay, I'm using my special action, so I'm moving this guy, this guy out of this room. So that's a unique action for Judy, which is great. I'm moving here, I am getting 1 health, and we are going. I am going this direction. I'm trying to reach this location. Again, I'm getting health and 1 movement, and health will help me soon. And now 2 movement, 1, 2. I open the door, and I'm out of cards. My time is running out, and I am going. I get 2 ram. I shuffle my cards. So I spend 3 ram here, and I get 10 extra seconds, and I open any door on the map. So that would be it. And I am running, and I am extending my health, and for that I will pause. I am extending my health beyond my health bar, so I am flipping the booster, and I have additional symbol. It could be ram, attack, hand symbol, or movement, which is pretty helpful right now because I am running towards the Minotaur, and I will try to install the virus onto him. So I resume my movement. I will move once, I will move the 2nd time, and that's it. But I also can use my card and use my ram to accomplish that mission. So boom, done. But now I begin with fighting. I lose 2 health. As I said, Minotaurs are tough. I do no damage, and I duck for cover to hide. And that's it. I draw another card. Oh, last few seconds. Actually, I am heading into the combat. I'm moving 2, and I'm shooting him once. And my time is over now. So now I am in my first cooldown phase. So I have went through the first round and have completed one of the main objectives. I have two objectives ahead of me. I discard my hand. And what did I get? I get one item from the guard that I have killed. So I pick up the card and it's actually a gun. So that's very helpful. I exchange my die for a different one. And now I will use Chaos. So that could have more damage depending on yellow shards that I'm collecting, which is great. I have also picked up 2 loot. So one allows me to open any door, and the second one allows me to get 1 crafting card ready and use it immediately. So I will use that first. I pick up 3 cards from the tap, and I use any of them, which is great. Because now I can get a shard of any color, which is expensive, but I got it for free because of that loot. And I think I'm going to go for the crafter build still. So I get a yellow shard. And now, quick thing about balancing. With one player, there is one small rules change. So for me to go to level 3, I not only need 1, but I need 2 shards. So it's going to be a little bit tougher for me, but since I'm going alone, I have access to a lot of shards, so still it's balanced there. And I also can open any door on the map, and that will be helpful because I gotta get out of there. But before I get out of there, I gotta actually damage the Minotaur and then use my hand symbol here. And small insight to my thinking, just so you know. I was out here, and I had 2 options I had in front of me, and I chose to jump in and fight, because I have to do it at some point. And that's risky, because then I can take some damage. My other option was to wait out the Minotaur, and if I would have finished my turn here, and then we would go to the cooldown phase, then Minotaur would move towards the exit, which helps me now, because I am safe and I can gain health and prepare better. But at the same time, I am losing time because I have to run after him and then go back, etc. So I decided to jump in. More risky, but I hope that will work out. So I grabbed some stuff. I get access to new crafting. So I have moving, shooting, health. I have green shard, and I have a hole in the wall. Again, trying to become a netrunner is pretty cool. I didn't use that, so I have 1 slot taken. And I think, you know what? I think I'm trying to kill the Minotaur, destroy it here. I don't have to do it. But if I do it, then it's easier to run out of here. So we'll see. I have to damage it, that's for sure. If I kill it, then I could actually pick up shard from him. And since it's yellow, it's helpful. So we'll see. But I don't want to risk it too much. If I lose all my permanent wound cards, then I'm done. So I have 3 of these, and if I'm supposed to take the 4th one, I am done. And now we have the guard activation. Guards that are not involved in combat are moving, and they're moving towards the elevator. So this guy is moving here, and we open the door. This guy is moving here, and of course the Minotaur would move. He would move first actually, but he is involved in combat with me. And now we have reinforcements, so 2 new guards are going into the fight. And spot D is taken, spot A is free, which is not good for me. I have to get here. And then we have spot B, which I don't mind at this point. I have this part of the map to worry. So after the time begins, I will draw cards. Again, memory boost, I will get Run Ram. Which reminds me that I also get another quick hack, so maybe I will keep them here. So I have Synapse Burnout, Breach Protocol, but I also have Repair Database. And just so you know, as you progress through the Night City and visit different places, the quick hacks you have, the deck is getting bigger. So I will press continue, and we move to the second stage of that part of the mission. 1, 2, memory boost, I shuffle my cards. And of course I begin my turn by fighting, so I get 2 damage and I deal none. Oh shoot, I have 0 health now. Things are getting tricky. So I will heal 1 and move and hopefully won't die. I roll. Okay, so now a pause to show you that things are getting unpleasant. Do you remember when I told you I chose more risky path? So it kicks in now. This phase, which shows that I get 2 damage if I am in combat with 2 guards, it works when I fight with him as well. So I get 2 damage, and I wasn't too lucky. I have some attacks in my hand. I have equipment ready, so I should be good. But as I said, there was risk. So I'm getting 2 damage, 1, and if I go below, I put 1 permanent wound on top of my deck, and now my deck is going to get cluttered, and also I'm getting closer to dying. So, do I attack and stay where I am, or do I run? Okay, so I roll the dice. I am going to unpause the time, and then I will take my turn and, as I said, hopefully survive. So I am going to play that card, get 1 health, and use the hole in the wall and jump out of there. And now I am outside his line of sight because I'm not in the same room, so I don't have to roll and I can prepare better. So I can get that ready. So I will have some damage for him ready. And then I draw another card. And yes, I will prepare that as well. I get 1 shard. So my net running just got stronger. So I will get 2 more ram. And now 1 more because my deck is empty. And I am ready to go for it. So I'm playing that card. And as you see, I have 2nd level for red cyberware, so I can move once and attack twice. So I jump in, 2 damage to the Minotaur, so he was at 14, now he's at 12. But I also use repair database 1, 2, 3 to heal 2 life to secure that I am not getting any permanent wounds now. I am rolling the dice, I get 1 damage and again unlucky. No problem, I have that prepared, so I use my crafting. 2 more damage to him, 1, 2, he is at 10. So I only have to use 1 hand here, and I will do it now. So I hijack the alarm signal and I get a 2nd shard. And again, I'm not going to pause too much, but I have 2 shards, so I jump to level 3. As I said, that's 1 rule exception for the solo mode, so the challenge is still there, but I'm becoming pretty strong in my crafting, which was kind of my plan initially. So let's resume. But again, in combat, nothing, I do nothing, and I have 2 damage. I am going to make a run for it. So I'm moving, I'm getting 1 health, I'm getting a card, I'm rolling the dice, I am getting close to him, which is risky. I get 2 damage, so another permanent damage card. Hear me out, I have a plan, don't you worry. So I am running here, 1, 2, I am applying 1 damage here, and that's it. I'm drawing a card and I'm still in combat with the guard. I'm rolling the dice. So my health goes to 0, and it's on 0, which is fine. That was risky, but I said I'm making a run for my life. So I have 2 more damage to the guard, 1 and 2. He has 2 health left. Hopefully things will work out. I roll again, not too much time left. So I got lucky but unlucky at the same time. So I got 2 wounds. I go below 0. I get the 3rd wound. Okay, but you know, sometimes things happen like that. But I also apply 3 damage, so this guy is dead. So that's good. I have some stuff to pick up here. I'm running out of time a bit, and I gotta heal. So I gotta move and heal to survive. Move and heal. Remember, move and heal. And then we have the third round to complete this mission. So I will play that. I will move once and heal once. So that works out. I draw a card, which is a wound, which is not good. So I will use that symbol to move the guard here and get one ram. Wait for it, that makes sense. Because I'm out of cards, I get one more ram and I use my breach protocol. I get 10 more seconds. I can open any door on the map and move out of the way here. And shuffle my cards. Things are getting hectic there, but we'll get through. So I will move and apply 2 damage. And now, risky again, rolling the die. I get 1 damage, I apply none to them. No worries, because, the time ran out and I'm getting into the cooldown phase, but I rolled my dice, so I am still in charge of my turn. So I can still play a card from my hand. So, actually, I could play that card, get 1 ram, and move the guard. So I could move this guy, but that's not too helpful. I could move this guy, or this guy, that's not too helpful. I cannot move the Minotaur. So that doesn't make sense. Yes, because I have no other cool options. So I got ram, which helps me because now I can use my card to heal up and try to run for the last mission. So now I discard the hand of cards, which is fine because it was getting cluttered with wounds. I get some gear, so I got shard that helps me to reach the 4th level. As I said, I need 1 here, 2 here, and now 3. It's fine. And I got the topmost card from the guard cards, the loot cards, and it's a legendary card that I put on top of my deck, which could be useful. I could buy some time and buy some movement, or I could help myself and kill the guy quicker. I will do that. So I got a red card on top, and that also gives me another one, and I get a shard of any color, and I think I need blue because I'm taking all the heat here, so I'm getting a blue shard and discarding that on the side. And as always, I have 6 possible crafting cards. I have a quick hack, and that quick hack ping allows me to pick up any loot on the map, and also besides getting loot, I also get to open any door on the secondary level. And that's tempting, but I think I have what I need. So I'm putting that aside. And for my crafting, I need to move. I would like to get a booster. I could use some... I could use some damage cards, yeah. So playing solo has its challenges, because as you see, I myself have to complete all that missions. And also, at the same time, talk to you guys and explain what's going on. But on the other hand, I don't have to split the crafting cards, so I could get 3 new crafting cards every cooldown phase, no negotiation required. So I will launch the 3rd round, but first, of course, movement. So now he's not in combat, he's moving towards the elevator, so surprise, surprise, now I am even in more danger. Luckily, with my last move, I got some health and got better, and those guys are standing near the elevator, so they are not moving anymore. He cannot move, that spot is blocked, and we are adding another guard here, and now another guard here close the elevator. So 2 more guards. And you may think to yourself, wow, that seems tough and hard to pass. It is the 2nd mission in one of the story arcs in the campaign, so yeah, this is like getting there. So it's getting there, and also, as I said, playing solo, talking to you, has its challenges. So I will jump in, draw my cards, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm surrounded, I roll my die. Okay, I get 1 damage, and I deal 3 damage. Boom! This guy is out, and that's what I wanted. So I am using that. I am moving 2 and healing 2, and now I am safe for a bit, for a second at least. I am healing again 1, and I get my booster and I move here. And now I have to complete my mission with a yellow card on top. So, okay, let's do that. I move and I have 4 crafting, so I have 1, 2, I get another booster, which is great, and 3 and 4, so 3 damage, and I use it immediately on this guy. 1, 2, 3. And that's the end of my turn. My next turn I roll. We'll see, we'll see. My life goes to 0, but I get 3 damage. That's okay, he is dead. And I'm here, I use one of my boosters, so I completed check your access card. I get a shard, and now I can go to the elevator. I gotta either maneuver or just go for it and risk it. Which one I will choose? No, I will try to play it safe. So I move here once, I get 1 net running, I get 2 more, I gotta heal up and then jump in. And whenever I move through a spot with a guard or a Minotaur, I get 1 instant damage. So that's also risky. So I may try to kill the guy as I run for the door, which is possible. So I use that 1, 2, 3, 2 health, and I play 2 cards, 1, 2, and deal 2 damage to him. I draw a card. My hand is cluttered with permanent damage. I get 2 wounds, 1, 2, and I hit him once. So 1 shot, and I have 2 movement. 1, 2. And I escape, advance to the 2nd level. So I paused the app and I got out. So when you reach the central piece on the map, you can take an action to escape, to advance. To kill the guy on my way out, I had to use my 2nd booster with 0 health, but I had plenty of time to spare. So, in hindsight, that wasn't the best tactical decision to get there. And then, secondary bad choice, running here into the action and not trying to heal up before I move, especially knowing that I wasn't really developed with my blue shards. So, I took some risks. I am alive, I'm still there, and I am progressing to the 2nd level. And either you see me fail, or you see me win. We'll see. So I killed 2 guards on my way up, and actually I have already prepared the 2nd level, so I'll just talk about that in a second. I got 2 cards, 2 gear. I don't need that weapon. I could share it with somebody, but it's just me here. But I get a 2nd blue shard, which allows me to move to 3rd level of blue. And because I'm out of health, I think that would be wise of me. But there's a real chance that I'm not going to make it. We'll see. So I will keep that 2nd weapon here, and I could either switch them as I want. So now I'm pretty happy with my chaos, but if my plan was to develop my cyberware later, I could keep it and now use the Archangel. So since I'm happy with that, I could actually use that for parts and have that discarded and use it for 2 hand symbols. So that helps me with crafting. So that's good. I can use parts from my weapon to craft some items on my way. So I got out of there not in the nick of time. I had plenty of time, but I didn't have health. And not only that, and because I was getting those permanent wounds, my hand was actually cluttered. You can always play an action, take cover, meaning you discard your entire hand of cards, and that's your full turn. And that's okay if you're hidden somewhere, but if you're in the combat right there, that takes your turn, and then you have to roll the dice again and see what happens. So I was hoping that I will be able to draw the correct card and heal or run out of there and that just happened. So I put my cards on the discard, and now on the second floor I have to gain control over Minotaurs. So there are 2 Minotaurs on the map, and they are still fighting me. And at the beginning, so I have my side objective token, 1 out of 2, so that allows me to have 2 damage, to deal 2 damage to one of the Minotaurs. So how to gain control? So if they have, and we see it here on the card, and also as a reminder, I will put my tokens on this spot. If the health of a Minotaur goes to 10 or below, they are not done yet. They are still alive and ready to kill me, but I can also control them, and this is where I use that panel. So if I have my token here, I can control the red Minotaur. How do I do it? There are 3 ways to do it. In the line of sight, I can spend 2 RAM to move it by 2, and it also deals 1 damage. To whom? For example, to another guard. I could also, within my line of sight, spend 1 damage to kind of distract him, and he spends 2 damage on any other objective. And the third one, I think the coolest one, but also kind of risky, I have to stand right next to the Minotaur, use 1 hand symbol, and then the Minotaur moves, makes a hole in the wall, and deals 1 damage. So I will keep that at hand because my mission is to control them and then move 1 of them to D and 1 of them to B. So that works out awesome. That not so well, but blasting a hole through a wall may be helpful. That one is easier, so maybe I will move A to B, and I have to kill it there. Okay, I will, yeah, because if it starts moving, then that's a problem for me. So I will go and try to take control of that one first. I already prepared my crafting, and I am ready to go. In this one, there are 2 reinforcements, but also there are 2 rounds, but those rounds are actually bigger. So the second level of that mission, it also has 2 reinforcements, it has 2 rounds, but those rounds are longer. So I have a bit more time to do my thing. As I said, for me right now, time is not the problem, my health is my problem. So let's go. I play my card and I get 2 health, and I can run 3. So I will go after the red Minotaur first as planned. Okay. Again, I'll heal up, regain 1 of my boosters and move here and wait. And I think I'm ready to go. So I will open the door. I will craft 1 item, and I have 3 movements. So I will go 1, 2, or 1, 2, and 3. And when I'm next to the Minotaur, I use 1 hand symbol to open that door, because I want the Minotaur to see the guard. So now I'm fighting. So I get 2 damage. I deal none. No problem. I deal 2 damage to the Minotaur. So it was at 13. Now it's at 11. And I have 1 movement. I don't want to use it. I get 1 ram, and then we roll again. So I get 1 damage, deal 1 damage, and that way I move this token here, and now I can control the Minotaur, which is great because now I can use this. I play my card, I get 2 net running, and I spend it immediately. So pause button, so I explain controlling the Minotaur better. Now I can control the Minotaur A, red one, but he's still working against me. So I broke through the barrier, and I may use those actions, but I am still rolling the combat dice and applying the damage as if I was in combat with him regularly. I played my card, I got 2 ram, and now my options are threefold, but this guard is blocking the way, so I can pay 1, 2, 3 and use this 2 damage. And I'm doing that while paused, so you may see what's happening. I have applied 2 damage, and 1 is to actually activate that the Minotaur is dealing 2 damage to the guard, who now is at 3, and the extra damage I am also dealing to the guard, and I am using that the second time. So now the guard is at 1. So I have prepared my craft before, so I'm using that. Yes, I am gaining my health. Let's resume. I'm shuffling my cards, and I am rolling first. I get 2 damage, 1, 2. I apply 1 damage. The guard is out, which is very good for me, because now I play that card. I gain ram, and I move the Minotaur twice. Pause button again, just so you understand what's happening. So I used the second action twice already, where I hack the Minotaur against the guard. Pretty cool, I know. And then I can use ram to move him. So I use 2 ram to move him twice. And he can also deal 1 damage, but there's nobody there. So he moves 1. Unfortunately, he crashes the gear that was there, and I'm moving him here. Now I am out of line of sight with him, so I am not in combat, and I am free to heal up, because as I said, I have no room to fail here. So I am, first I'm going to prepare my crafting, so I'm going 1 and 2. Now I'm going to take over, discard all my cards. That takes up some of my time, but that's fine, because now I can heal up and move closer. And now I can move. So I move once. So I hope it's my last pause break. So I will explain the third action. Since I just move in here using 1 of my movement, I have 2 more movement and 2 more hands to spend. I will use first movement to have him move, make a hole in the wall, and attack if I want to. So hole in the wall here, and then movement, and I can do it the second time and thus move him onto spot B, which I need to do it and then kill him there. So I move him, make a hole in the wall, I move here and do it again. I move him, I don't need any holes here, so I'm done. I draw a card and then I roll, and my life goes to 0. He gets 1 damage, and tactically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. He's at 4. Great. And I ran out of there. So I use my 2 movements to hide. And now I have some time to heal up. I get 1 health. I get 1 ram because of my memory boost, but my time is running out. That's completely okay. I am getting 2 health. And I am going back in there. 1, 2, and shuffle the cards. And we roll, and I get 2 damage, but I apply 3 damage. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3. He is at 1, and boom! Away we go with the Minotaur, and I completed that mission. So I moved the Minotaur onto a B, and I got that shard. So I found their weak spot. Now I gotta install the demons. So, okay, let's get some RAM and get out of there. 1, 2, and 3. No, 1 actually. 1 movement. 1. And I ran out of time. So I discard my hand of cards. I could go and pick up this shard from the Minotaur I killed, which would be red. I decided to try and run because I spent too much time there and effort. Why did I spend too much time there? Because I have to be smarter this time and not lose my health so quickly. So this is my last round, last fight, and I have to get here, move this guy to D, and then have a red and green card in my hand. So that's the challenge ahead of me. So I pick up some red loot, and I got red shard. Okay, now I have 2, which is great because I can move up here. I got a second red shard for completing that quest, so I am getting stronger. I'm getting more gear, I am getting a legendary card. So I think I need time, but I could use that card to move. So I'm taking the blue card because I need health, but it also has dash, which allows me to move as far as I want in one direction. And I get a blue shard, but I need to gather 3. I'm happy where I am with my build. I went for different colors. I could have focused on the orange ones more specifically and reached the 4th level. The last time I played solo, I think I maxed out one of the levels. But I'm fine, my cards are strong, I bought some legendary cards. I have the issue with those wounds, but what you gonna do? I got new crafting and now we are moving guards and reinforcements are coming. So he actually is moving here towards the elevator, which puts me in the combat right at the beginning. Great. And he is moving here towards the elevator. So we'll see, maybe I will just die. It could happen. And 2 more guards are coming in. So one is coming to C and one is coming to D. Because the missions that are not yet done. Logical. I have done this part of the map because that's what I went for first. And now I am here. So right now I am facing a very, very tough situation because only one of the die faces could help me. But having an extra weapon comes in handy. Actually, if I didn't have it, I would get rid of that one to survive. But I'm getting rid of this one. It gives me 2 crafting, so I can instantly use that, which saves me, right? 4 health, keeps me in the game. We'll see. Last round, as I said, those rounds here are a little bit longer. I have to go to this guy, hack him, move him here, and then get out of there. So my plan is to dash here. I know I have it because I just got it. My plan is to run here and heal up and try to apply as much damage as possible and then try to move him here through the walls. So we begin with dice roll. I get 2 damage, but I apply 3 damage. Thank you very much, Chaos. 1, 2, 3 to this guy. And so I play the dash, so I move here. I actually bump into the guy and get 1 damage. No worries. I get 1, 2, 3 health. I have 1 movement. I don't need it now. I am standing where I want to be. I get my card and I'm fighting face to face with the Minotaur. I get 2 damage and I apply 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. So now I am able to hack him, control him, which is awesome. But I don't have the cards I need now. So I'll just heal up 1, 2, 3 and get 1 booster. I'm still in combat with him. I get 2 damage, apply 1 damage to him, or maybe actually to him. And I use my booster to do that. So I make a hole in the wall. The Minotaur is shooting this guy, of course, and I am moving him here. So because I only use my booster, I moved him here, so I still get to play my card. And here you see that having more net running or some crafting prepared or boosters at hand or some cyberware allows you to do actually many things in your turn, but you have to figure out how to use them and when to use all those things. So that would happen. I use my booster to move the guy, made a hole, and now I could either try to kill this guard or just continue on pushing that Minotaur that way. So I could either use hand symbols to move him and make a hole in the wall, or use net running to move him faster. And that works out because I just got to level 3 with my green shards. So we'll see, let's go. I play that and I will move that guard away. I get 2 more ram, 1, 2, and I will move this guard 1 to this Minotaur here by 2. So I'm just fighting the guard now. So I roll the dice, I still get 2 damage, give him 1 damage, but that's not a problem. I craft this item and 3 damage to him, so he is out. I'll move there, apply 3 damage to the Minotaur, 1, 2, 3. I have to watch out not to destroy it. I have to move him to spot D, and I use my 2 ram now to move him too. So I use open the door, when he moves, he opens the door, he moves 1 and 2. He has a guard in line of sight, boom, 1 damage, and he's on D. And now I have to install demons, but I don't have the correct cards. So I discard my full hand of cards because I had too many wounds. I'm not rolling for combat because he's behind the wall, he's behind the wall. And I discard a hand of cards with green and red one, take cover. I completed that mission, take a blue shard, and I just have to escape. Whew! And I think I'm fine. So I will heal up 1, 2, 3, get a booster, move 1, 2. I am in combat with the guy. I'm not afraid. Memory boost. I roll my die. I get 1 damage. I apply 3 damage to him. 1, 2, 3. So on my way out, just because I can, I play that. 1 movement, off that guy. Last movement, and I am out. I was afraid I would fail, and there were a couple of moments where I was very close. One was on the first level, and the second one was on the second one. As the mission is completed, we would have like the story part, the ending of that mission, and some things that will set up what happens next in the campaign. Again, I'm not going to do that, so you don't have the experience spoiled, but you saw how it works in action. So this mission is tough. It's the second one in the Labyrinth story arc, where I had to face the Minotaur myself and install the virus, and I was too cocky, so I got wounded. But I escaped, barely. Then I got backed into a corner. So again, barely managed to kill a guy and hide, heal, and go back into the action. And that was the biggest thing that happened for me in between the levels, where I focused as much as I could on getting a blue cards and blue shards. And of course, sometimes it's up to chance, but when you go through the crafting cards, there are always options for you to move your development, your character build in the way you want it, or the way you need it. And here I needed health. So I went into the second level thinking I would fail. And there are people here and they thought I would fail, honestly. So, that was a real possibility that I would fail. But by a thread, using my gun to craft an item to heal up right after I slid right towards the Minotaur. Yes, I crashed, but then I knew. I had blue cards in my hand, and I was ready with my ram, so I felt safe then. That was a moment I knew I'm going to win. Right after the moment, I was kind of sure I'm going to lose. So remember, that was the second mission. The first one teaches us how to fight the Minotaurs and how deadly they are. Lesson I forgot. Then in this one we start to hack them, operate them, move them, and sometimes we would go in and fail. That's okay, you just learn. There are new rules, new components, and it's not like the new mission just has different rooms or different objectives. There are different rules and components that come with most of the missions. And what happens on the third level? Without too many spoilers, obviously all 4 of the Minotaurs are there, and we are hacking them, they are fighting us, and we are destroying the building, literally. Like, we are literally destroying the map we are on, and the main bad guy also appears. And that would be Labyrinth third part, which is something that you have to go through before you get to the epic finale. So a true solo experience. I went for a crafter, then I built Judy up to be more of a combat heavy, but eventually I had to go for healing more, And you could go through the campaign with just one character, building her up, developing, getting to know her, Judy in this case. Most likely, you would probably want to try out different characters. So, see them as a team that sends out one of the edge runners on that particular mission. And there is some progress between the missions and in the whole campaign, so you can develop that character a little bit and then try out a different one. And even though I'm not a really typical solo player, I really enjoyed that feeling here where, it's me against the bad guys. And I can scale the difficulty level, I can try out different characters, different mission types. I could take on some extra challenges in Afterlife and live through the campaign just by myself. Not only once, you could definitely go through the campaign multiple times with different characters, seeing different options, experiencing same missions with different maps, with different items, different choices. So a lot of replayability here. But if you have any thoughts and questions about solo mode, share them below. Of course, this is just one of many missions, one of many characters, and you saw just part of the gameplay. So go to the game found to see it all for yourself. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.